So we're here with Chris at the Hasbro fan event at New York Toy Fair, and he's going to take us through what we have here from the Star Wars brand.
Yeah, so we've got a brand new retro reveal. We pipelined these guys a while ago, but wanted to get them out here for everybody. So brand new, a lot of these never done by Kenner, but Walrus Man, the obvious exception to that. But who's Walrus Man without Dr. Evazan? So a brand new Dr. Evazan retro figure with him and with Walrus Man. They're a nice natural pairing. So I'll pull the card backs out here. So Walrus Man has recreation of his Kenner card back. Worked really hard to make sure the art was spot on to that. But wanted to pack him out with his blaster just like the original Kenner one was. But I wanted to take the opportunity of doing Dr. Evazan to do Ponda Baba or Walrus Man's real blaster from the movie in the retro Kenner style. So Dr. Evazan comes with two blasters, his and Walrus Man's, which is fun. And you can see there too on Dr. Evazan's card back, we worked hard to make his image kind of mirror Walrus Man's image and how it was handled by Kenner. So fun thing there. Han Stormtrooper. Everybody always had Luke Stormtrooper, but no Han, so did the little dive there on him. So he's got the removable helmet. This one, unlike the Luke Stormtrooper one, is a squishy helmet like most of the other ones that Kenner did. So pops on him. He's got a new big blaster there. And then we've got Luke's Ceremonial with a removable metal Yavin there.
Just in case you want to give it to Chewie.
In case you want to try and cram that over Chewie's ginormous head. And his blaster's Leia's blaster, which matches up with the movie. That's what he's wearing on his hip is Leia's blaster. So fun one. Rebel Fleet Trooper, great troop builder that Kenner never did, surprisingly. So new addition there. And then Sand Trooper with his special blaster. Great backpack, all molded in, just kind of how Kenner would have done. So great new additions to retro and kind of getting back into the roots of what we've always wanted retro to be is kind of continuation of Kenner stuff.
And the multi-pack looks great, the box art there.
Yeah.
And then what do we have over here?
Over there we've got a couple examples of some of our Gaming Great 2-packs. So we've got just a couple more recent reveals and releases. So we've got the Clone Commando and Battle Droid here from Battlefront 2. And then we've got a couple of Jedi Survivor figures here. So Dagan Gera with his Force arm, Force projection arm. So we've already revealed the one without the arm, like he appears in the game, but then at a certain point in the game, he uses the Force to create that arm. And then, of course, the BX droid there to go along with him. So
looking good. Chris, thank you so much for taking us through the
yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
We're here with Ryan at the Hasbro fan event, and we have a new reveal here. We have an X-Force Archangel. So, Ryan, take us through this figure.
We do. There was an old San Diego Comic-Con 3-pack. Don't remember the exact year. I want to say 2012-ish. That had Archangel, Psylocke, and Wolverine. And since then, we've come out with an updated version of Wolverine and Psylocke from that pack, and now it's Archangel's turn. So this is using some of that new red, like angel with the angel wings, but kind of doing like that body, but with all new steel wings here with some really cool effects, which we teased on a fan stream. I think some fans kind of called it out. Could have been maybe like a long shot type effect, maybe too, but it clips onto the end of the wings here. And yeah, there have been different X-Force teams throughout the runs, but this kind of does pair a little bit in spirit with our Warpath and X-23 X-Force 2-pack. So these will both be out later this year. Archangel comes with two different head sculpts. He's got a Screaming head sculpt, which we have plugged on here now, and he's got a Stoic head sculpt. He's got two alt hands with some claws there and some fists. And then these accessories, right, are just, you can unplug them. The wings are articulated in a lot of different ways. There's two smaller wings in back, the two main wings in the front. They both peg into the back and can kind of swivel up and down, so you get a lot of posability there. And yeah, he is awesome, and he will be out later this year. This is going to be a fan channel item.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan.
All right.
Hello and welcome to New York Toy Fair. My name is Emily and I work on our fan brand marketing team. So we have just revealed the latest wave of our G.I. Joe Classified Series retro collection. That's right, CoverGirl, Flint, and the Televiper are coming to life in Classified Series in all of their original 1980s glory. Check out that blonde hair on CoverGirl. I love that it's interchangeable. I think that it's absolutely fantastic. And so I'm really, really excited to get to see these 3 figures brought to life in retro for Classified, using that amazing cardback artwork and really kind of bringing that feeling of nostalgia home. Then new for this year is going to be our Legacy collection. So this is replacing our kind of 60th anniversary collection from last year. So this is our new Search and Rescue Firefighter. So this is a deluxe figure, comes with extra accessories as well as an additional head for troop building potential and a fire blanket. Look for these great new figures to be going up for pre-order on March 4th, coming soon.
Thanks, Emily.
No problem.
There's Lenny.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to the booth.
Yeah, we're here at New York Toy Fair, and there is some G.I. Joe things.
There's a lot of G.I. Joe stuff, yeah.
So I think first and foremost, can we start here?
Oh, yeah, Law and Order?
Law and Order.
Yeah. So this figure, we know we needed him to get in the line. Super fun figure to do. We needed it on our MP and his trusty canine. As you can see here, his hands, every hand is a call sign for the dog. I actually looked up, don't quote me now, but I looked up what different call signs for dogs were. So we sculpted the hands to match that. Also, the head is removable, so you have your good boy, and then you have your bad boy face, so he's taking out some crime. But the mask is completely removable and will go on both faces. It's a little finicky on this one, but it goes on pretty well. Helmet is removable. He can also hold in his back, he can hold the handcuffs, and his nightstick has a loop in the back. So really fun figure to work on and kind of work out all how to store all the pieces and all that sort of thing.
Let's stay down here on this row because we got some other new stuff here. We got Footloose.
That's right. So Footloose, super fun to do. We need to get him in the line. We had some fun with him. As a surfer dude, we wanted to get the cool peace sign on his box art on the side, as you can see there. He comes with his rocket launcher as well as rocket round that goes in there. I like to pose it where it kind of hooks onto the back peg on his back. If you see on his helmet, we sculpted in a lot of the leaf detail that the old school figure had, but we added a little bit of mesh in there to make it a little bit more modern. Let's see what else we got.
And then right next to it,
Frag Viper. So Frag Viper, we've been wanting to do for a long time, but here he is in the flesh, or in the cyborg flesh. So we took some liberties with this character. We redid his web gear, because the original web gear was a lot of sashes and drapery. So we wanted to feel a little bit more military, so we added the military secondaries on him. And the sash denotes his rank, so this would be the troop leader, is how we're looking at it now. He's also cyborged out, so he's carrying around a backpack of grenades. So we felt, and he's going to be throwing these grenades, so he needed to be a little bit more enhanced than what he was back in the day. So we wanted to push the design here. And of course, you can see the helmet is fully removable, and the cord goes into the back of the backpack. You can see on the top, there's a little port for it. And of course, the grenade is removable, and there's 2 different ports on there for different posing options.
And I love that it's like a highlight.
Yes, it is a highlight.
Yeah.
It is absolutely a highlight.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then we've got a Blowtorch right now.
Oh yeah, Blowtorch. People have been requesting him for a while, and we've been wanting to get to him, so it's really fun to have him here. As you can see, he has his Blowtorch, which then plugs into his backpack. His flame effects do come with him. We gave some options of a kind of fireball to a napalm to kind of just getting ready to ignite. The helmet is completely removable, as you can see, and in the box you can see his portrait. So again, super fun figure. It was fun to figure out what all those circles were on him back in the day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, in the comics he had them, and the toy he had them, and they were never fully realized. So we took the liberty to. My thinking is they're like a heat dampener, so it helps with his costume to keep him protected from the flames that he's spewing on the battlefield.
And then next to him, we've got another highly requested
Darklon. So I wanted to get a high-level villain into the line, and I wanted to get him at a price point that was, everybody can achieve. So here we have Darklon, but he's got a little bit of a twist. So we wanted to play up the Darklonian aspect of him, as well as he's Destro's cousin. So as you can see, he has the House McCullen gem on his sword. And then you can see there's some details on top to be Scottish sort of knots on his helmet, his cyberpunk helmet. And I wanted to play him up to more of a beast, more of a battler kind of thing. Yeah. So the sword does sheath in the back. The sheath comes off, of course, and he has his iconic, insane Gatling gun that I was like, this is going to be a big piece of material. Let's go all in.
Amazing.
So yeah, and of course he has his classic helmet, which you can see here. And on the classic helmet, he has the iconic, you know, that green skin or whatever it was with the red eyes.
Amazing. So something that you guys revealed during New York Comic Con last year is this 2-pack here, Snake Eyes and a polar bear. That's a sentence I just said out loud.
Yes, you did. As a kid, one of my favorite scenes was when Timber saves him from the polar bear, and then they're both bushed after the fight, and then the wise man comes out with the crazy electrical prod and like saves them and brings them back and like cures them and all that. So from the start, I'm like, we gotta make a polar bear. And it was like, gonna put a polar bear in G.I. Joe? I'm like, yes, it's in the lore. You don't understand. So we got the polar bear in. He can stand, so he's designed so he can rear up like a real polar bear, and then his articulation will allow him to maul. So it's important to me that he can maul. I can't believe I'm saying this. Doesn't sound like he can maul.
So the polar
whoever
bear
is
can
fighting
maul.
him. He can maul, yes. And this detail here, if you guys remember in the episode, Snake Eyes was saving Scarlet and the rest of the team, Snow Job, and I believe Grand Slam from the radiation. So he ran off with it.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of a nod to maybe Scarlet.
She got a couple shots.
Got a couple shots in on it. Something else to notice about this, it's glow in the dark. So all of the bright pink is that pink radiation from the cartoon that glows in the dark. And it's glowing pretty good.
That's awesome.
So I wish I could show it to you guys here that how bright it glows, but it was a fun project to do, and we did include some hands that weren't glow in dark in case you wanted to pose them out a little differently.
Got it. And then next to him, we've got Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball. Emily and I have been threatening Crystal Ball for years, and he's finally here. Here he is. He was a really fun project to realize into more of a modern take. We wanted to keep a lot of that like look that he had, that like dark sorcerer feel with like the collar, but I wanted him to feel a little more mysterious. So I turned it into a trench coat to make the fur make more sense with the costume. He does have the graphic pattern on his chest, that gold graphic pattern that he had back in the day.
Yep.
It's also embroidered on his forearm pieces as well. Elements from it are put on there as well. The demon that he's summoning, so the idea here is, as you guys know, Crystal Ball, he hypnotizes people. So his technology makes you see things that aren't really there. So he's using fear to make you think that he's a monster.
Amazing.
So this is a swappable head, so that you can turn him into this like creature from the dark morasses of an unnamed world, essentially. So we had a lot of fun with him. And this is lenticular, so this will move. I don't know if it'll come up on camera.
Yeah, it's moving a little bit. There you go.
But
there
and we did realize that originally was a kaleidoscope pattern, but we wanted to play more Cobra, so we added the snakes to it.
Awesome. Something else I'm really excited about is right here next to me.
Snake
armor. Here it is.
I can mess with it a little bit. Show everybody how. I know that people have been wondering how it opens. I'll show you.
All right, let's
see. So the way it opens is you have these latches here, and then these latch open like this, and this latches down. Actually, this latches up.
And boy, oh boy, you absolutely can fit a figure in there.
You can fit a figure. The joysticks are on a ball joint for posing purposes. As you guys can see here, we have all readout screens. So I had fun playing around with like, what would their readout screens have to be? So I have the Joe base here, and then you can see there's like the lifeline. And some of the stickers are so small, it's hard to see it. You'd have to get in a little tighter, but like there's Cobra radio station on one of them. So it was really fun to kind of play with like, what are they going to have while they're, bringing mayhem to the G.I. Joes, essentially. And the ladders too, as you can see, that's here so that they can climb up and get in. My recommendation would be to use a Valkyrie. They fit the best. They'll fit Cobra Troopers. They'll fit Duke. I do have to say that Road Pig cannot get in there.
There's probably a lot of places Road Pig can't get
Road Pig's a big boy. He's big. He's a power lifter. You know what I mean?
Oh no, this looks fantastic. I think this is another one that's so iconic to the line to finally get it in the scale.
And I'll say it was quite the design challenge, because the original one, I wish I would have brought mine. But like, if you guys remember, it had like this inner awesome like soft PVC kind of skeleton, and then the figure would lay on top. But in a 6-inch figure, getting it to articulate on top of all that stuff was a challenge. So that's where the decision was made that I was like, let's just make it a giant mech suit, and he's sitting inside. So instead of it being like his exoskeleton, it's a pushed mech suit essentially.
Awesome.
Yep.
And then the last thing to look at here, we've got
The
we've
Cobra
got
Claws,
the Cobra
man.
Claws.
Yeah, the claws are really fun. We needed to get in the line. They're so iconic. I mean, the 1988 movie. Don't quote me on the date. Where they're all flying in. You know, it's so part of the lore and the culture of GI Joe that we got it in there. It comes with a female Cobra Trooper. She comes with the red pilot helmet and the pilot mask, as well as some swappable heads. Some blast effects that fit in the back of the Cobra Claw, so she can look like she's blasting off. And then, of course, she comes with an assortment of weapons. Not this weapon. This comes with somebody else. It comes with the Knife Force 2-pack. But yeah, super fun. Articulated grips, so depending on the size of the figure. And then the belt is adjustable, so you can fit all sorts of sizes of figures. It'll fit up to Roadblock.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Lenny, thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Thanks for
taking
coming
us
by.
through and Yo Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Here we go.
All right, we are here at New York Toy Fair with our friend of the pod, Mark, to talk about Transformers. Mark, what do we got here? What are we looking
I'm
at?
glad you guys made it over here. We got awesome reveals to show. We got the Hearts of Steel. We got Optimus as a choo-choo train. Everyone loved that IDW series back in the day, so we had to actually make those toys. Evan Brooks worked on these. You got the Starscream, Megatron, and the Bumblebee as a little choo-choo. Love the choo-choo trains. You can't get enough of this, so hopefully we can continue this program and get all of those crazy designs from that series. These came out spectacular. Love all the paint applications to them. We're celebrating the Cybertron anniversary from that cartoon. You got Noise Maze, aka Sideways. I like to use Noise Maze. That's a personal opinion, but he does have the faction changer like the original toy had. That was great. Excellion, who's obviously a redeco off of Hot Shot. He looks pretty good with the flames. Obviously, it's a homage to Hot Rod. Looks really sweet. Awesome mold. And then Perceptor, you get Rat Bat, and you get Ram Horn. Sorry. There's a lot of things.
Lots of things.
Yeah, a lot of things. New accessories for those characters, which you didn't get before. And he's looking oh so flavorful in his color scheme. And then you get Troop Builder pack with for Age of Devastation. You got all the dudes that you were fighting in that video game for so long, which is great because these molds actually came out really cool in those cell shaded decos.
Yeah.
It was great to get the Run Amok mold back out there. Obviously, Ramjet looking sweet. And then you got Big Boy Triptychon. We did them in the G1 color schemes and the Gen Selects line. Really love how this came out. The colors just hit so hard.
With the translucent orange. Looks
that
fresh.
Decepticon flavor, man. That's the way that is. And then we got to do Spinister with his 2 Target Masters finally, which he didn't come with previously. And his deco scheme is from like comic book, also the early prototype that was leaked from back in the day, but it never came out. We got Top Spin to complete Twin Twist and Top Spin. They got the same kind of color schemes going on because obviously they're brothers. And then you have Carnivac, which is really cool that we're doing the Pretender Carnivac here. I was actually pretty souped about. He's got a new head sculpt and some new weaponry. And Iron Fist, well, aka Physitron, that we had to call him here. But I was souped about getting Iron Fist in the line here. Any Wrecker team, any Wrecker or Mayhem Attack Squad I can get out there, I'm going to completely try my hardest to complete those teams.
Again, 2 awesome color schemes too.
Oh, I know the colors hit hard. I love this teal with a purple magenta. It's like, what is going on here? That's why we all love Transformers, but I can't forget about Onyx Prime, leader of the beasts in all of the Transformers universe. This dude is out of this world. He has 3 different modes. I gotta get him out of pack so you can see the robot mode. Actually featured here on the back of the package, as you can see. He has the triptych mask as his ancient artifact that's turned into a spear. The tail comes off and actually becomes like a bow and arrow here. This figure's insanity. You can actually take off the front hooves on his back and be a 6-legged beast, or you could be a centaur. These actually do like loop around, as you can see, in that mode, and then that's how it like transforms back into a robot. Paint applications are off the hinges, right off the light. You can see it really nice. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the 13 Primes. First time we've ever been doing the 13 Primes in toy mode, so can't wait to get more of them out there. And I hope you saw Alchemist in the front and Vortex and those Hot Wheels collabs. How about the Hot Wheels
Really
collabs?
cool.
Bone Shaker? Come on.
So which Prime are you most excited to get out there?
I was really amped on getting Megatronus done because I'm a true Decepticon at heart. So to have a great god of Transformers be the god that Megatron actually kind of like embodied his whole format over and just like kind of worshipped in a way, that's kind of the pinnacle for me. This is like Megatron's pinnacle is my pinnacle. You know what I mean? So I was really excited about that. But they're all super unique molds, all super unique characters that we're doing for the first time. So I mean, I'm ecstatic about this. I'm ecstatic about Cyberworld too. Don't forget Cyberworld. Cyberworld's fun. A lot of fun. You got big Scorponok here. He's got lights and sounds. Bananas.
Bananas.
These all interact with each other. You can ride little Cybertronian cycles. These come off and switch hands. You got a crazy. The Scorpion mode is outrageous.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Yeah, the different lights and sounds in both modes. Right.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's our booth. Obviously, check out the diorama. We got some collabs there. The Naruto collabs and Sonic. Devastators over there. Awesome. Mayhem.
Thank you, Mark.
Of course.